and welcome. Today we're going to be making something, it's almost Anzac Day, which is a day where we remember the people who have fought for Australia and our way of life, which it is a great way of life. We've got freedom, great standard of living. So yeah, we're going to remember those soldiers today. But the way we're going to do it is we're actually going to make out of one of these a lantern. So to make the lantern, you will need obviously your milk bottle or your milk carton. Then you'll need some scissors, maybe even a sharp knife. Now these are quite dangerous, so if you're going to use them, make sure you've got some adults with you supervising you, or get the adults to do it, because it can be quite dangerous and they can be quite sharp and cut you badly. Apart from that, you'll have some things like some texters and some Sharpies, yeah, to do your decorations of the actual lantern. So, step one. First thing is you've got to take off the labels. I might get Ethan to do that. He's going to take off the labels and get those going. So once you've taken off the labels, you'll notice that there might be some glue left on behind. You want to make sure that probably you wash that off or clean that off, and you can do that with some hot water normally, because it's like a gum sort of thing. So once those have been taken off, and Ethan's just taking the last one off now, we go to the next part, and that is cutting it. Thanks, Eve. Good on you, mate. Excellent. So the next part is cutting it. Now, where do you cut it? Well, you cut it just underneath the handle, and you just go all the way around. And this one has actually got a little bit of a white indentation in it, which is like a guide for us to know where to cut. So I'll get Ethan to do this, but like I said, you might want to get your parents to do this, but you've got to always have a parent with you when you're using something sharp, okay? So Ethan, can you cut that for us around? So Ethan will go ahead now and cut that nice and straight and start to make our lantern. Now it's also very important when you do use something sharp to keep your fingers out of the way of the blade. So you want to look where the blade's pointing and make sure your fingers aren't up in front of that blade, or in the direction you're cutting, because otherwise, yeah, it can end up in an accident, and that's super easy to do. I've done it quite a few times myself. Okay, so here he goes. He's almost there. He's just going to finish it off with the scissors. Gee, it looks like you've done this before, Ethan. Yeah, that's it. Cut it out. That's the way. Well done. So he's done that. This other part here, look, you can keep that for something else, maybe even a little greenhouse for a pot, but we'll talk about that another time. So I'll put that there. Ethan's just basically then cut it out, but then he's cleaned it up. He's got some scissors and he's cut off some loose bits that were hanging off, and there's one more there. I might just grab that at the same time. So now it's pretty much flat on the top. I'm just going to cut off a little bit more. There you go. So that's nice and flat on the top. Now, that is going to be the basis of your lantern. What we're going to do now is we're going to go away, decorate it. What could we decorate it with, Ethan?
The Sharpies and with crosses and poppies.
With crosses and poppies. Okay. We'd use poppies because basically on one of the famous battlefields in northern France, where a lot of Australians died, the fields actually had a lot of poppies on them, where there wasn't much fighting. Obviously, where there was a lot of fighting, there weren't any poppies because they were all, trodden on or shot, etc. So we're going to do poppies, and that's a symbol to remember the people who died in the war. But also, we're going to do some crosses because obviously a lot of the people who died that time, their graves were marked by crosses. So we're going to go away and do that, and we'll see you in a second. Okay, we're back. So, myself and Ethan have decorated ours with little images, like poppies and crosses and soldiers remembering their fallen comrades and the names of our family loved ones who died in wars, or people we know, or maybe not even people we know directly. Maybe there's someone we know from a memorial that we've been to. We could write their names there as well. So we've done that, but we forgot to do something before, and that was to cut a little bit of a hole down below with a flap. And once again, you use your scissors, or you could use your little Stanley knife. But like I said, if you do this or use this, make sure you've got an adult supervising you, or you've got an adult doing it. So I'm just going to cut that little flap at the bottom of one of these sides. Oh yeah, I think you'll have to get an adult for this one, guys. It's a bit hard. Okay, so just about got that done. There we have it. Okay, so I've just cut a little bit of a hole down the bottom. So the hole is actually here, as you can see. I've cut that. You know, you fold that up like that. Yeah, and you'll be right. What you do with that is you actually use that to put in a little tea candle, and you put your tea candle in the bottom. Now you can stick that in with something like what do you call it? Blue tack, or maybe even a little bit of water and flour, and stick that in there. Then shut that up, or actually before you do that, keep it open, and then maybe get someone to put a match in there to actually light it up and get your candle happening. Anyway, we're going to have a look later on and see how they are in the garden tonight, and so you can get an idea of what they'll look like. Awesome. Thanks for watching.
See you later.
Okay, so here we are. We've got them here. It's night time. I've got a lighter. Remember, when you're dealing with fire, guys, always have an adult with you and get an adult to do this. So anyway, I'm going to light up the candles, and then I'm going to yell out to Ethan, and he's going to turn out the lights, and we'll see how they look. Cool. Candle number 1.
That's awesome.
Candle number 2. Candle number 3.
Yeah.
Okay, turn them off. Oh, whoa, how cool is that? So, as you can see, they look pretty cool. And, yeah, somewhere like down your driveway or something like that, they would look awesome. So, I hope you enjoyed that. And, yeah, good luck and enjoy making those. Have a good night. Bye.